everybody hated Ken. Oh.
Hey, what's going on? We don't have Pete here this week. We've got another substitute in for him. We're going to have an interesting show. We don't have an intro. Hey, Corban, are you ready to start the show?
Yeah. Let's bring it on. Let's do it. That was not great.
All right, so I don't know if I didn't have the intros ready, didn't have anything going. That's amazing. Also, too, we were talking, and we're going to get into it. Corban was at Arizona Con or whatever.
Phoenix Fan Fusion. Honestly, you call it whatever you want because
I did not hear a lot of good results from that thing from anybody. But we're going to talk about his dating life, so that should be great.
Oh, Lord.
We will not get into the tier list yet because some people need to watch like a Kenobi show or something. Or not Kenobi show. They need to watch a Top Gun, myself included. But that'll lead into the next one. We still do have news. We have a little bit of different of a comic review. We'll get into the comic shop, talk about what's going on there, and then at the end we'll do a little bit of a Kenobi review. Yeah, one of those two. Kenobi review, sort of. And prep it for the stronger review, which will be done on Sunday during the Star Wars show. But let's get into it real quickly. We started off every week. We talk a little bit about what was going on at the comic shop. And if we didn't play this intro, I think Pete would be mad. So, oh, wait, that's not the intro. Where's the intro? I don't know where any of the intros are. Does anybody know where any of the buttons are?
No, having never seen them.
All right, cool. So we'll just talk.
Just glad to be here.
I don't know if you guys, by the way, we have Jedi Johnson from the Tales from the Dark Side show going on today. So, I don't know if you guys, I know that you didn't because Jedi's comic book shop's 10 miles away and it's free book day with Corban, or read along or whatever it is.
Oh my Lord.
But at the shop today, they did have Black Panther out, which was still, man, everybody was pushing for that one character not showing up. So wonder how that's going for all those people. But Doc Strange, if you guys aren't reading, I don't know if anybody's reading the Doc Strange. Oh, I didn't say hi to anybody in the chat. Well, I'll get to it in a minute. I don't know if anybody's reading Doc Strange 3, but it's actually pretty good. Let's see what would people in the chat have to say. Ronnie, I know tonight's show will be 100% better than Kenobi. Marco rants are worth the price of overpriced popcorn. Disney's killing Star Wars. Yeah, I wouldn't say they're killing it. I mean, depends on which way you take it. Matt, okay. Corban, Lopez, good to see you. Corban.
Yeah. Broken down and bitter. You're right. That's exactly what I've become.
I have not made you broken down a bit. Look, sometimes you've got to walk out of the darkness to see the light, and that's all I'm going to say. And the truth does hurt sometimes. I mean, I wish I was still young and had that. Well, I never had blind optimism like that. Yeah, no, I can't say that I did. So I don't know what that feeling's like.
No.
But I'm glad I don't have it. Like sometimes you just got to smell the con. And if it smells like turd sandwiches and nuggets, you got to just 86 and run.
I was so hyped for. We'll talk about it when we get there. But yeah.
What's going on? Stick. No, we will. Oh, actually, we won't. So we're pushing. It takes how we do the tier list here. It takes two people to run it. Pete usually runs tier maker. I usually run the overlays. Somebody's scared to run the overlays. We'll just say that. All right.
I haven't been trained.
Well, the same person also deleted my avatar. So,
I did not.
Yes, you did. Ed LeBeau saying hi for the algorithm. Good to see you. Joe, I actually, when we talk about the Obi section, I think I actually really want to bring you up because I think you're kind of hitting it right. I think there's a very big editorial and directing problem going on throughout all of Disney's products. So we'll talk about that a little bit later too. But like I was saying, make sure you check it out. Doctor Strange 3 is actually getting really good.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
So I only read Star Wars, but I do hear things. But you brought up Black Panther. Wasn't there just a big character first appearance in Black Panther like a month ago or 2 months ago?
Yeah, I mean, he's not yet, supposedly, but he still hasn't shown back up again.
Is that the character they're waiting for?
Okay, so the rumors were the internet guys all of a sudden see somebody and they're like, oh, it's a black guy and he's in there and he's acting like whatever. So he's going to replace who was the great actor that was I'm going to mess up his name, so I'm not going to say it. The guy who played Black Panther. But T'Challa, but so they're going. They have this, yeah, they have this because Boseman, unfortunately, God rest his soul, passed away. And by the way, he was a real nice guy. But because he did, there's this crazy conspiracy theorist people out there that love to do that stuff, and like, well, of course, then they would get rid of T'Challa, and they're going to have this kid take over. And it's like, you must not be reading.
There was just a character a while back. Everyone went crazy over this 1 in 25 or something. Is this the same guy they're waiting for again?
Well, yeah, because he came in and then he's been gone for like 4 books.
And then he disappeared. Okay.
Well, because he's really like the traitor to Wakanda, so he's actually going to be the bad guy. But like, people don't read comics; they watch other people's shows and then they speculate on like, or they read an FOC, or they
listen to the reviews of set.
Yeah. They don't actually read the books, so like, it's really sad. I mean, like, I mean, it's like, it's unfortunate, but like,
you read the comics and then they do live action and just blow the whole thing up anyways. But
That's true. I mean, but like I was saying, I mean, that's unfortunate, but. I mean, the comic book community has kind of been split kind of into 3 areas now. You've got like and I think this might be part of the problem with what we're going to talk about later, but like, you got people who are acting like they sell comic books and everything else, but they don't actually sell any. They've got no skin in the game. I mean, it's very easy to go over FOC lists or call a book a first appearance, and it's hot because it's a first appearance, but actually opening the book or owning the book or trying to make money doing this, they usually don't last too long. Like, some of them will quit their jobs and then a month later realize they don't know what they're doing. Then there's other people who just read the books. There's some of us who do both. And then there's some that just act like they read the books and then just want to be mad at everything and every piece of news that comes out of other people. I mean, I know somebody that for a while would come on shows personally and he'd talk all about it. But then when you ask him if he ever read the books, he never read any of them. Corban knows him. He never read anything. Never had anything. Not even sure he bought a comic book ever. But he sure did have a lot of opinions on what was inside those comics.
He must have watched a lot of YouTube.
Was that too close of a dig, Corp?
Little touch. No,
we ain't gonna say who it is, but we know who it is. Jedi, you know him too. Anyways, but I mean, that's how it goes. That's how it goes, and I think some of that's overflowing to what your point's probably going to be later, Jedi. And I kind of didn't. I mean, I know all of our friends over at Darkside wanted to come over today, but as you could see last Sunday, it does become a yelling match sometimes, and I think maybe point counterpoint might be a better way to do this. So, moving on though. Besides that, people were actually talking about, and now I think we got to see it. Top Gun 2. People enjoyed that. I don't know why. Like, how has comic books become the area where it's not even. There was that nerdum at one time where whatever, but now it is literally the lead in pop culture. So you will talk action movies, obviously horror, obviously, just comic books in general, which is cool. Like, I like that we're doing that. It's not just going comic book shop talking about comics or talking about those weirdos playing cards anymore. It's a whole thing, which is kind of nice.
It's built a life of its own.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. So like, I guess we got to go out and watch that. And Chadwick, thank you very much. The character is Tulsa.
I wasn't going to watch it. I was going to wait for it to come to streaming, but I've heard so many good things. I haven't really heard from my circle. I haven't heard anybody that said it was bad, so I'm going to go see it.
Well, hey, BK, I openly don't say people's names that I think are shitheads, but if you're a part of, not you personally, but if Bleeding Cool says anything, they got the nickname Bleeding Stool for a reason. They're full of bloody shit, dude.
And not just because it's catchy.
They are clickbait crap. Dog shit. There you go. You got it. All right. My opinions are like, yeah, they all do stink. Oh no, Jeffrey, you didn't miss anything yet. We're just talking about it. But either way, so pick up Doc Strange today if you can. I think we got some stuff in the news. I didn't check the news. This is what we're gonna do with news. Pete said, hey, do you want to do the news this week? And I'll just edit everything in there, because typically it's like, hey, Pete, could you put these things in news? He's like, it's gonna be short. I go, no, do the regular news. So this week it's gonna be surprise news with Pete not being here. So we're going to have to comment and try to figure out what the headline and what Pete's trying to tell us through the news. You've never heard that before, Ed? This is an old thing. Like back in the day, back in the G Plus days, it was referred to as bleeding stool. Yeah, like a lot. So here we go.
We do it on the dark side sometimes.
What? Where we just randomly go into news and don't know what anybody's
saying? Where the news comes up without the.
Oh, where's the new segment? Not spoiler alert. Oh, here we go. It's really sad. The tax show has been around for over a year now, and I still don't know how to run half the stuff that's in this. I've never ran it by myself before, which is weird.
I think this should be called news with a grain of salt because we may not know what we're talking about.
All right, let's see what Pete gave us today. Jedi, you're in charge of comments, by the way. Okay.
Great.
Yeah, so here we go. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Yeah, I know. Rennavision. All right. Thank you, Pete. You can be in the chat, but you can't be here. Pete's drinking tonight. The box office report, which Pete always starts off with. Let's see what he's got. Oh, there it is. Top Gun Maverick. 6 points. Okay, so that's a lot. It is Top Gun breaks Memorial Day weekend record with 160. Who was inside a movie theater watching movies? I mean, in Arizona,
listen,
I agree.
It's summer. It's hot as hell. Like, this is what you do right now. Excuse me.
Pete gets in and brings in the bots. All right. Yeah, it is. I get it, but like, okay. I mean, I spent most of the weekend out in the water. But
I'm surprised Bob's Burger
did so poorly.
Did so well. I thought it was gonna be more like the bad guys.
Really, Bob's Burger, dude. There's Bob's Burger. Yeah, they're fiends for that stuff.
Oh, I guess I'm fortunate not to know them.
Well, maybe
I'm playing.
Maybe if you did, you'd get into that speed.
Hey! All right, whatever. They were.
Well, hey, this is the one thing. This is the one thing that's kind of funny. But like, I've got a friend that shows up to like the major cons here, and he, to this day, one of his hottest selling things is like these Tina drawings and stuff he did from Bob Burgers. Every year he said he makes booth at Motor City Comic Con off of selling prints of that. That's crazy. Every year. Crazy. So I'm actually surprised at how low it did. I figured it'd be doing better than Doc Strange. Doc Strange got another 16 mil though. That's not bad. And everybody who saw Top Gun Maverick, I mean, says it's good.
Good reviews. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to, but everyone who's seen it, it's kind of a nostalgia movie, and it seems like it's like scratch that itch that people have for Top Gun. I never knew that was even a thing, but apparently it was.
Well, yeah, you weren't there when we saw half-naked dudes playing beach and butt smacking each other on sand, dude.
No, I heard they did. They changed the beach with yeah, but they have a scene. Yeah, I wasn't around. No, so
no,
yeah.
I haven't heard anything. Which I love is I've heard no spoilers on this yet. Which is
then let me be quiet.
That scene though, the original Top Gun, that volleyball scene has been parodied so many times though. It's just one of those scenes.
Yeah, I mean, look, you gotta. I mean, who doesn't like oiled up dudes? I guess with their shirts off. I mean, it's
I mean, whoa. I mean,
he's missing this week. He is drinking and watching the show at home with his buddies. That's somebody's asking where Pete was. Anyways, yeah. So I hope it's good. I think we're going to all see it, and then so this is the big thing next week for when we're going to do. JJ had a great idea. It was sequels is going to be our tier list for next week. So we're going to. What was it again, Jedi? Can you explain it better than that?
I don't know if I know the rules exactly, but yeah, it's going to be movies from the 80s that had a sequel either in the 80s or since the 80s. So from the 80s on, obviously a sequel, right? So, but the original movie had to be from the 80s. So I don't know if they worked out all the rules yet. Like, would Empire Strike Back count as an original because it's trilogy? I don't know.
Yeah, or Batman came out in 89, so Batman Returns in 92 would count as a successor. A sequel.
Yep, I guess so. As long as the original came out in 89.
89, yep.
Yeah.
I like this.
Iron Eagle is dope, dude. I like that, Joe. All right. What's up, Mojo? Glad to see you.
Has anybody here do you know anybody that watched Downton Abbey?
Yeah, I work at a library, so I know a few seniors.
So I know a few seniors. Well, why can't you get a date, dude?
Well, listen. If it was about seniors, if they weren't 40 years my senior, I wouldn't have a problem. But they are.
Don't they try to hook you up with their daughters or granddaughters or something like that?
No, because they're usually married with their own kids. Even their kids are older than me. Like, that's where I'm at. Yeah. But
every family has that one family member that they just can't hook up with anybody. So I think there's hope for you, Corban. You just got to be patient.
I appreciate that, man. You're right. Maybe there is still hope for me. But yeah, Top Gun blew it away this weekend.
Yeah, let's not talk about dating. I don't know Downton Abbey. I don't get it. But
All
okay.
right, Guardians
That
of the
was
Galaxy.
Oh, because it was on the thing. Yeah.
That's called the Corban pivot right there.
I'm not sure I know a single person that has seen that movie or has watched the TV show, to be honest with you.
I don't know anybody.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 adds the Suicide Squad. Oh, the rat catcher girl.
Cool.
Okay. She did a great job as rat catcher, right?
So she'll do a great job as unknown role in James Gunn's newest adventure.
Yeah, she'll just be showing up in the background and probably get killed. Sweet.
There it is. Okay. All right. Love it.
As long as she makes us laugh a little before she dies, that's all.
That's all that matters.
Kill it.
Did she die in Suicide Squad?
No, she lived, right?
Yeah, did she? I can't remember.
Well, I don't know. God,
what a memorable character.
Yeah, I remember she grew up with rats because her dad. Hey, if he listened, we have some more advice on that too, and we're gonna ask him if he listened to my advice, which I don't think he did because he, we'll talk about it later.
I'll tell you.
Madam Web adds Transformers: The Last Night Star. Wow, that's being very generous.
Is the Last Night Star getting a lot of working here? It's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah, Transformers: The Last Night that had stars in it, huh?
Yeah, I would just say Transformers: Last Night Actress.
Star there you go, Isabella.
Star is doing some Rick Ross. Push it to the limit. That's what we're doing right now with that.
Why does she look familiar? What else? She looks familiar.
Probably in Godzilla or something.
He's not here, so we're not gonna know what else she was.
Nope. I would love to ask him about Star though, because
I would like to see.
Like
he's very loosely using the word Star there.
Like she's known for. I'm sorry, she was in Nickelodeon's television series 100 Things to Do Before High School, and she voiced Kate in Nickelodeon's animated spin-off series Dora and Friends Into the City.
Dora, that's
Dora. There she goes. All right, cool.
Yeah.
She's great. Now she is a star because she was in Dora.
Backpack. So we should have said Dora Star.
Yeah, Dora.
And she played in that Instant Family or something with Wahlberg, right? Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, she was Isabel in Day of the Soldado. Yeah, I said it right. Anyway, that's her.
We don't need Pete.
No, we got it. Thank you.
Good luck with that. Well, I don't know what that means. I'm excited. I know that people are gonna give me hard, but I don't mind having a Madam Web. I don't mind these spin-offs. Like, I think you got to take them as like spin-off. Like, not trash.
Sorry, yeah.
It's not trash. A DC product. You got to take them as a spin-off. Like,
wow.
When they used to do we don't get C movies anymore. Like, just think about it as that. Like, it's C-rate characters, but you got to give it a little love on that.
Mm-hmm.
Best news of the week. Here we go. Warner Brothers reportedly frustrated with good. Fire his ass, dude. Get him out of there. Why does he have to ruin more characters that I like? I swear to God, the comic.
You love what he did with Spider-Man, right?
No, the elitists, the elitists just want to kill me over there in the comic world. They let him screw up Han Solo. They let him, now they're letting him fuck around with the Dark.
Him and his son did Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Only took them 15 months to reach 5 issues, by the way. Sorry. Shout out to Marvel Master Race Comics, right? Anyway.
Yeah,
it sucks.
It's bad. Yeah, he's gonna kill this too. Hopefully he gets off of it though. I mean, hopefully they remove him. I don't know who hires him anymore. Like, what has he done that gets him jobs? What's he done that gets him jobs? What did he ever do?
I could say, but you're not gonna like what I say.
What's that?
Say it, please.
Yeah, he did a shitty job. Look, as much as I dislike Trekkies and think they're bums.
Yeah, he revived Star Trek movies.
No, he didn't.
He did.
The Trekkies hate him.
He did, like it or not.
Yeah, but he put it back in the national conscience. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's been doing so well that fucking there's a bunch of people doing.
They keep making these straight to Paramount Plus series. They have
that ain't that good, man.
But no, I agree.
Hey, they got to roll out. They got to roll out that one dude that went to space, the little creepy guy. What's his name? Captain Kirk. They got to keep rolling that dude out. No, Kirk. That's the only dude that ever shows up at Comic-Con.
William Shatner? Is that what you're talking about?
William Shatner, that creepy dude. They keep rolling that bum out.
He made that.
They call out William Shatner every time they need a Star Trek
it was Star Trek Nemesis. The movie came out that didn't do too well. Then Enterprise, the TV series. Then you had a Dead Zone for a minute. And whether you like it or not, J.J. Abrams brought Star Trek back to the point you're like, oh wait, we can still make money off of half-ass product, and here we are.
Wait. Time out. They did so good on it that, like, for years they didn't do shit with the property till they finally were like, hey, crap, we bought a streaming service. We don't have any properties. What do we have? Oh, we got that franchise that J.J. Abrams fucked up.
It wasn't that long of a time. That's what I'm trying to say. It was a longer time between Enterprise and the Star Trek movies than it was between that and Discovery.
Well, it had to be more than 6 years because it was 2 years after the Star Wars movie was the last Trek movie. Those have been done for a couple of years, and it was two between each one. So that's 6, 7, 8. Look it up.
Last 2009 and 2013. You had 2002 with Star Trek Nemesis. I remember that.
You say 2013?
No. I said no. Star Trek Beyond was 2016.
Wait, was that the J.J. Abrams one? Did he do
all Star Trek? So
2016. What are we? Beyond. So 6 years. 6 years. That's it.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Not saying it's good, but I'm saying that it put it back in the spotlight because after Next Generation, all them got too old. You couldn't put makeup on Data any longer than you did. You got one episode out of Picard with that. You have Picard now.
What I'm saying though is like, hey, which person? And don't say Simon Pegg. What person's rolling up to Comic-Cons coming out of a Trekkie show? None. So it did put it back into culture. We are having a cultural boom of pop culture. You can't catch Trekkie except for this creepy dude that played
I'm saying is
50 years ago.
Well, what's your name was there? Captain Janeway was at Phoenix Fan Fusion.
The worst con I've heard of in the last 5 years. Whatever. Good shit, bro.
Point being is that
you're just digging. Here's the shovel. Keep digging that shit.
All I'm saying is that J.J. Abrams gets some credit, whether or not he deserves it, and decent Star Trek 94% Rotten Tomatoes, 84% Rotten Tomatoes in the Darkness, 86% Star Trek Beyond.
But that's because Trekkies will hit like on anything because they don't get anything good. But talk to a Trekkie, like the Trekkers, they're like,
if the Trekkies say it's
the
good,
Trekkers are mad because some planet blew up. No, they're not saying it's good.
If the Trekkies,
the Trekkers are saying what you're saying. Oh yeah, you brought us back into pop culture predominance. No, it didn't. 6 years ago, people they're like, man, that was like 2 decades ago. The last time there was a Trekker thing was about 15 years ago.
Let me if that was the case, then why did Star Trek Nemesis get 38% Rotten Tomatoes and 51% Metacritic when any of the Star Trek movies, the lowest you get is a high 60s? No, there was some bad Star Trek movies. I didn't like these Star Trek movies, but some people did. I'm just saying, Marco.
Weird Trekkies. Have you ever met a Trekker? They're weirdos.
Dude, I didn't say they aren't weirdos, but they still
they dress. They go into cons dressed in what you're like, is that spandex suit? No, that's polyester. Right. They go around walking around in a polyester suit with no pockets.
Just because you don't see Trekkies cosplaying at major cons, you got to remember Trekkies have their own cons. It's usually at a Motel 6 or something like that. They have their own thing going, so you may not see them at these big major cons.
But they obviously like. J.J. Abrams helped.
J.J. Abrams sucks. All right, next up. Winnie the Pooh blooded. How can they even?
Oh, I can't wait for that. So Winnie the Pooh went back in the public domain this year. That's
did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now they're doing one. Apparently, and what's funny about this, they're killers of masks, but apparently they're supposed to be actually Winnie the Pooh. Like Christopher Robin left them years ago, and now they've turned back to their more animal attributes. Apparently.
So this is what we're gonna do with everything that. So
I'm here for it.
Steamboat Willie, I think, expires in 3 years. It's probably not because it's 100, so they already got their extension. Mm-hmm. So are we gonna do a horror movie with Steamboat Willie?
Damn Skippy. Steamboat Willie's
Revenge.
This
is part of a sci-fi marathon, not too far away.
Bloody Wet Willie. I don't know. Yeah, I'm ready for. It's gonna be on Sci-Fi for sure, but I'm gonna watch it whether it's direct to DVD, just because like the boldness of it. Let's go.
I love this, dude. You ever see a Trekkie beat anything up? They can't even beat their own meat, bro. All right. This is weird, though. This is weird, though. Like, I kind of watched it, and I was like, okay. And then it's like, I would love it if it's like, the only horror movies that I really like is like the darkness stuff and the original Romero zombies. Like the shock horror shit that they're doing nowadays. It doesn't.
I'm a huge Halloween fan. I love Halloween movies.
It's not up my pay grade, but I guess you guys will like it. Corbin says he's gonna like it, right, Corbin?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna watch it for certain.
This is the actual very first time I've seen or heard anything about this, and I have to say I'm intrigued. I will watch it if it's free.
Do You Pooh spec? So that's what that's funny. There's a comic book called Do You Pooh, which is Just whatever. All right. So, hey, listen, you guys know I've been a big fan of picking up Sonic books for the last year and a half. And it looks like they're going to keep going with this. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 writer said the threequel plans following mid-credit scene surprise. Spoilers, I don't know what that means. The fact that Shadow is clearly Shadow, because Shadow's going to be in the show. Okay, cool. Well, he's going to try to take two of the worst games ever made and incorporate, like, of the series, incorporate those characters into a movie. So how's that going to work?
Great question. I don't know. I mean, it should be interesting, you know, how they adapt it. So far, they picked up some positive steam in the way they did the first movie and the sequel here. So we'll see.
They're going to do all right. I mean, Sonic showed up in the Chip and Dale movie, which is, I mean, he's iconic. So there you go. Hannibal and Goodfellas, he was in Hannibal?
Yep. Shows how much we knew about.
So why don't we start off Goodfellas actor, because that's what he's really known for. Ray Liotta has passed away at the age of 67.
No, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Also, he's in like a couple of GIFs and memes that are pretty funny. So rest in peace to a celebrated actor. Thoughts out to his family. And
Goodfellas was pretty good. It was all right.
I didn't watch it, but I can only imagine that it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I think there's a TV series about Silence of the Lambs. I forget what it's called now, but I think they retconned that character he played in Hannibal. I think I'm not 100%, but I think they did.
Does anybody know who he played? Nope. Okay, good.
He
all right.
played some lead FBI agent. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he was across from the Julian Moore.
He was the guy that got his brain eaten while he was alive in Hannibal.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Remember right?
BK.
I mean, you would know.
Corbin's like 22 years old, man. He doesn't even know what Goodfellas.
26, but yeah, close enough. Not playing. But yes, I don't know what Goodfellas is, but I'll check it out.
A little bit misleading of a headline here. Johnny Depp wins, jury rules against Amber Heard. Yeah, and they also did they both lost, actually, which is it is what it is. These two are fucking weirdos, and both
they both have a mess.
They're a hot
really
fucking mess. Not me. It tells you one thing: hire good fucking lawyers, because Depp had way better lawyers than Amber Heard did. So, but even with those lawyers, he still fucking lost money.
My oldest son has been following this pretty closely, and we had a conversation about it today. And I told him that he's never going to see a cent from this girl. He disagrees, but
neither one is. It's the lawyers are going to get. First off, they were suing for $50 and $100 million. Like, she was suing for 100, he was suing for 50, and at most the decision was for 10, and I think like $500,000 for her. And it's like, they're not going to do it. They don't give a shit. They don't care. They're not going to. They're going to sit there and waste money. Well, maybe they will, because both of them are fucking nutbags, dude. I don't care what you say. You heard anything?
Is she still going to be in Aquaman too, or not?
I don't. Yeah, that's already done. Her career's probably fucking done. His career probably never was done. It's still going to go on. Like, they're both a bunch of shitbags. I mean, they are. You can't.
Well, I think in the court of public opinion, he won.
Wife. Oh, sure, of course, yeah. His lawyers were way better. Like, his lawyers were fucking, and the people he put on the stand were fucking brilliant. There's a cast of fucking characters. It's going to be a great TV movie. I mean, she's probably going to. Both. That's where they're going to both make their money. Probably.
He was just dropping soundbite after soundbite that is now memes after memes and TikTok after TikTok of everything he said on the stand was just. It was TikTok gold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was great. 15 to him, 2 to her. It's not 15 because it was supposed to be 15, but they overpromised. I think 8 million on the James. 8 million. You can't go that high. It's against the guidelines for what he can get. It's a lot of legal jargon that I don't give a shit about. Once again, don't beat your husband, don't beat your wife, don't do drugs and beat each other up, and stop being fucking weirdos. Like,
yeah, just be good human beings. All right, listen, dysfunction happens, but like, work through that with couples therapy and counseling. And not
or this. How about this? Fucking you two don't breed and don't fucking don't have more kids and don't be in a relationship.
Yeah, did they?
Corban, yeah. I mean, look, Corban's looking for love, and he should find one. He's a nice guy. These
Thank
two
you.
shitbags are fucking Looney Tunes. They're Looney Tunes. That's what you want. If you think that these fucking people, there's anything normal or like salvageable with how like they're both nutbags. So no.
Situations are like this, or why I am never going to have grandchildren, because I have two sons, and they see shit like this, and they just like, nope, not for me. I'm good. I'm not going to put myself out there.
Yeah, he doesn't care. I think this is what it is. I don't think he cares about the settlement money. The settlement money isn't. He didn't win 12. It's 10 something. BK, you guys got to go back and look. Don't waste any more of your fucking time on this shit. Garbage. All right. They could have solved it all on Murray Povich. I think it would come out to the same conclusion. So, streaming news.
Streaming news. Okay, Kristen Ritter will return as Jessica Jones.
Yeah, there we go. The max you could get is $375K. So the $5 million got dropped to that.
So we already got news that we're gonna have a return of Daredevil, and now return of Jessica Jones in the
Yeah, it was rumored, and it turns out that now it is apparently it is a thing.
Well, great. That's my thoughts. There's nothing else I have for it, but it's good. I mean, yeah, Kristen Ritter.
No, I'm not happy about it. I think they should have recast it for somebody that's more like Jessica Jones.
I mean, yeah, I don't really know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really watch a whole lot of Jessica Jones, so I have no real thoughts on it. I'm also not planning on watching it now for continuity's sake. Yes, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Well, if it wasn't for Purple Man, and I think they learned that in season 2, like it doesn't do as well.
It doesn't do as well. Yeah. So
like when that you take the good parts and out of it,
and now you have the careful caretaking of Marvel, although they've lost a lot of that for me in recent events. But exactly. All right.
I watched when I watched her season. How many seasons were there? Jessica Jones 2.
Yeah.
So I watched both of them. I mean, the first season I thought was kind of good. I thought she was good. I don't know anything about the original comic character, but then it's just like it was the same thing. Her character was just the same angry. It just got a little boring.
Yeah, it got boring. All right. First Miss Marvel reaction compared it to Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay.
Well, I just want to say, yeah, what am I supposed to do with that? Okay, great. Like,
I mean, I saw some more of it, and it still looks like I'm gonna watch the show, and I'm just gonna say, hey, it's like watching like anything else with my kids. I watch it and go, okay, it's acceptable for them to watch. That's fair.
Honestly, that minus the having to worry about kids, I'm in the same vein. Like, I'll watch it regardless. Spider-Man, like, wow, okay, I'm glad that people are comparing it to another movie I've also watched.
Okay, wait a minute. How do people set their expectations properly for this? But then when I bring up Morbius or Madam Web and say, like, you gotta set your expectations properly for it, then like, no, we can't do that. We can't set our expectations for that.
What do you mean?
Well, okay, so Miss Marvel is directed. It's towards like preteens or whatever. We understand it's not going to be for us that much or whatever. Yeah. Where Morbius is a C-rate fucking character, and you want it to be us, and they compare it to Spider-Man. Like you want to be.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you why. Because Miss Marvel has been like bounced around a couple times. Maybe the third time I've like had to talk about her. Where Morbius was plastered every friggin' where. If you want to give it, if you want to have realistic expectations, do a realistic job. Miss
Marvel has been plastered everywhere for the last like 6 years.
I mean, ideas and concepts, but nothing like concrete. Like Deadpool was before the Deadpool movie came out. Like, yeah, ideas and art and whatever it was. But like once it came out, now I've seen a trailer. I've seen a couple things on Twitter, Facebook. Nowhere near the amount of coverage, or spamming whatever that I saw from Morbius. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I like that.
Because I don't think you're targeted. I believe your targeted advertising is working properly, where they're not sending teeny type stuff towards Corban. Well, maybe it's wrong.
Maybe they're properly marketing it, which is something Morbius again I feel didn't do. Morbius was trying to be all things to all people. They had NBA ads for Morbius. Like, are you kidding me? Like get out of here. Like, this is some blockbuster film of the year. It's really not. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Wait a minute. Who the fuck thought that was going to be a blockbuster movie?
Well, you know what I'm saying? When you striking deals with ESPN to have your stuff aired that.
What they were saying was like, let's make our money back. We got to make our money.
They rolled that
bitch out right with Spider-Man. They weren't trying to get it to be a blockbuster.
Dude, all I'm trying to say is, again, they had Von Miller. They had like scenes of the NFL draft tie in with Michael Morbius. You're not that movie, dog. You're not that movie. I didn't see Everywhere All at Once try to do different deals with ESPN and stuff like that. Like, nah, pick your poison, pick your battle. Try to get your money back. I don't know, put more trailers out. But don't try to mix up this high leverage. I'm watching a random sporting event. I see Morbius. I'm supposed to think that's a good movie. If I got to waste my time having that appeal to me. That's all I'm saying. Okay?
Well, I guess I never saw any advertising for Morbius.
There's a cringeworthy one, man. It's cringeworthy. It's about Von Miller working an NFL draft, and it's like, oh my God, his stats are through the roof. I've never seen anything like this in the combine. Let's call Michael Morbius, and they call Morbius, and then it's a fly. It's like, get out of here, man. Get out of here with that, bro. Ticks me off. Anyway,
right. So Von Miller on his last legs is doing a promo. So they took
for Morbius.
Okay.
Yes.
And you did you did a corny trailer from what it sounds
and
like.
They played it every commercial break. Every commercial break for the NFL draft. Like, you say you did proper advertising.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were the poor group that couldn't afford the NFL network, so you didn't have to watch that poor trailer.
I was at a barber shop, so talk to the barber. Point being, you don't promo it. Well, no, it was live TV.
Better so you can afford a real channel. Go ahead.
You don't promo that. Like, you don't do that.
Okay, you don't use an athlete at the end of his career to do a corny shoot for a corny movie.
For a movie at the end of his line? No, you don't. Listen, that's not no. Like, I don't know, steer that toward Disney.
Time out. So it's not like time out. So it's not like they it's not like they had somebody like Kyler Murray or Patrick Mahomes do the promo, right? They had, and I love Von Miller's my boy, dude. He's
wait, can I share?
I love it. No, do not. Huh?
Didn't he just win a Super Bowl with the Rams?
And just got a big contract too.
Yeah, because they needed somebody at the end of the career, so they paid him a shit ton of money. Because I get it, because he's going towards the end. I get that, but he's got like 2 years left in him.
It is trash.
And he shot a corny trailer, like a cornball ass trailer. And
there's the caption. One of the most compelling and conflicted characters in the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters comes to the big screen. Get out of here, man.
You have it. Hey, wait, you can share. Is it just a screenshot? You can share it.
I'll just share the screen. I'll just share YouTube. I'll just share the screen.
Okay,
I won't play the video.
But don't play a video. Yeah.
No, I won't play the video. Yeah. Okay. Settings. 1 second.
Yeah, I know. ESPN is owned by ABC, but Morbius is technically owned by Sony. But
yeah,
I get the point.
It's so yeah. Where can I do it? Share.
Sports don't make a movie better.
All right. Share.
It's not a Marvel brand. It's a bloody Sony brand movie. What are you guys expecting?
Just watch that. It's Von Miller Superhuman. You see it?
You can get demonetized.
Is Pete watching this?
Superhuman.
All I'm saying is watch it. I'm not.
No, we can't do that. We can't.
Oh no, not here. Not here.
Yeah,
I'm saying on your own time. Watch it. It's ridiculous.
But that seems corny as shit. So I'd expect the movie. Like, I thought Morbius was going to be not like corny as shit. So I was like, yeah, okay, it's okay.
Thor: Love and Thunder, their trailer was corny, and it's
no.
They just
this is for you.
They just did an NBA trailer.
All right,
they just did an NBA trailer with Kevin
Love. Stop watching. First off,
I'm a sports guy.
Stop it. Stop, please. You play dodgeball. That's not a sport.
Hey, I was a 4-time basketball all-star. You know what? Whatever, man.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Wow.
Obi-Wan. Shit.
Wow.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did you just say you were in grade school 2 times?
I was a 4-time all-star at basketball in high school. JV and varsity, my guy.
You just said JV
and varsity. JV for freshman year, varsity the next 3.
How did that college job work? No, you didn't.
You know what? I had one offer. I had a very small offer.
Yeah,
it just didn't work out.
Obi-Wan Kenobi too.
Whatever. You're not gonna mock my high school career. All right.
He's laughing at you. He's laughing at you. Hey,
Obi-Wan.
I was also a basketball all-star.
Oh my God! Come on!
I'm not even.
No, I'm not playing either.
Let me go grab my letter jackets out and my college acceptance letters out real quick. No, we're not doing this. Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Don't disrespect my high school career like that. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, we have to bring up our glory days every once in
Yeah,
a
we
while.
gotta stand up for it. You try to bring up dodgeball disparagingly, like, nah.
Time out.
Like,
I think
nah.
I found out why speed dating's been failing for you there, brother.
Oh, no, you didn't know. No, you didn't know. You know what? Whatever. Don't try to hit me with those. It was the University of St. Francis that I had a scholarship offer from. Doesn't even matter. Let's go. Moving on.
All right. Oh, did you just name it online college?
It was, no, you don't get the last word on that. You don't get to say that. It wasn't an online college. It's a college in Indiana. I was just scared what it would do to me culturally, so we decided not to.
I mean, at least mine were the state colleges, I guess.
Where'd you get yours?
Is that a culinary institution? Is that what that is?
Oh yeah, Marco, the hot dogging contest. Talking about what university he got offers from.
EMU. Obi Wan Kenobi top episode premiere was the most watched Disney Plus original series debut worldwide. Yeah, well, it's cool. I mean, they did it right. Like they actually premiered it through Celebration and all that. They did the double drop, which I think is brilliant. And we've got Russians in here, and everybody's dying too much because they're having a great time.
Private Catholic university. Oh, sorry, nothing.
He was a top scorer. Okay. All right.
Wow. You know what? Moving on.
But I thought they did a great job. I think the double drop is smart. They also incorporated that into a con, which is never a bad idea. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of a good idea. So good for them. They need to keep doing that. They need to keep dropping more and more content. They need to keep doing bigger and bigger events, especially if they want to make themselves profitable and they want this continuation. Like, I understand when you look at the investment report that it's in the red, but that's because they also built like 5 more studios for this, right? And they're reinvesting all the money. So hopefully it hits up and we get going.
Yep.
Did you just send me the college that you guys? Moving on. All right. Disney releases first Pinocchio. Does anybody like these live action Disney things?
No. You could literally say moving on. I wouldn't care less. Although I guess they did a good job with just
Geppetto.
Oh damn! I was gonna say.
What was that?
Gazpacho?
Oh shit! Yeah, I was about to say gazpacho.
That's a soup.
No. What's it called? Not gazpacho. Gazpato.
Geppetto.
Geppetto.
No, Gestapo.
Okay, we're not doing that either. Yes. No. Okay. Oh, it's Tom Hanks. Okay, I like Tom Hanks.
I like it too.
Still not gonna watch it. I don't know. I think this is for the same people that watch Downton Abbey. I think it's on the same line. So,
even less than that. But yeah,
all right.
Morbius, more like that. All right. Warwick Davis says Val Kilmer will be a part of the Disney.
Nipples just popping out of the screen.
Oh
Thanks.
gosh, what a pick of a bit. Yeah.
Okay. So in Will, yeah, you've never seen Willow. You two guys have never seen Willow before, right?
I don't even know what you're talking about now.
I don't remember it if I did.
Okay, so the character that he played in there apparently is going to live on, which means they're going to bring him back to the next portion of of Willow, which I think was kind of a question if that was actually going to happen or not. So that's kind of cool. I mean, they probably will have to CG him. We'll see. I don't know how he worked out in Top Gun or the voice did, but Willow is phenomenal. It is. It's very good. I do enjoy it. And yes, Mojo, I can't wait to see it. Very good. I think Val's nipple was winking back at us. So that's a nice picture, Pete. Thanks a lot for that. Our Flag Meets Death Season 2 finally confirmed at HBO Max. Raise your hand if you even know what this is about.
I watched this. I liked it.
Oh, so this is for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Please add.
It's a comedy. It's a silly comedy about a rich guy who always dreamed of being a pilot, so he just sells everything and goes and becomes a pirate. It's actually kind of funny, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a comedy. It's a little silly, but it's it's fun.
All right. Well, maybe we won't watch that. So
cool.
Sweet. All right, moving along. Have you seen this trailer, Corbin?
I don't want to talk about it, but yes, I did watch it.
You don't want to talk about it?
Okay, I'll be quick with it. It's not gonna be great. The premise is that Bruce Wayne's son is, it's classic CW. So he's a rebel. He does what he wants. Then he finds word that Bruce Wayne is murdered. Even worse, he finds out because the way he was murdered that he was still in his Batman costume. They find out that Bruce Wayne was Batman.
Yes, it
After
is quick, by
that,
the way.
you have the Joker's daughter, and several other
Is it the Joker's
offspring.
daughter? I don't know. Whatever
Yeah,
it was.
It
Dude,
was.
why are you burying this? What is wrong with you, DC fans? This looked great.
No,
I was
it
like,
did not.
what?
I didn't like it at all.
At first,
Didn't
I thought
like-
it started off the regular CW thing. I was like, damn, dude. Then it turned into like supernatural CW. I was like, yeah, man. And then it was like, yo, this is actually I'm going to watch this.
I'm glad. Honestly, that's weird. I'm glad that you're so high on it. I'm not. I was not a fan. Even the way they put the cow. You saw that
cannot
cow?
have Captain America as your logo and call other shit fucking rough and boring.
Did you see that cow?
What?
Did you see the cow of Batman?
I don't give a shit about Batman. He's a fucking joke anyways.
It's Gotham Knights based off of Batman. You kind of have to give a crap about it.
Oh no, the kids are.
I don't watch anything on CW anymore.
I'm gonna watch it and give it a shot, huh?
I like the setup, how they set him up. I like all that stuff. I like how they're like, oh yeah, those three, the lines, the one-liners were kind of punchy. They weren't overdone. They weren't overacted. What is Corban? You do understand if you keep hating on the things you love, you won't get nice things, right?
Well, maybe I'll get better things because right now they get to throw us anything. Right now they throw us anything and expect us to go, oh my God, I'm not a Trekkie, Marco. I'm not just going to give everything a high score because it's there. You have to prove it to me. All right. Last time I did a Bat property with CW, I waited through 3 seasons of Batwoman. When one season enough could have told you that was not good.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You're suffering.
It's going to earn my trust.
Hold on. Let me talk to you. Let's sit down on the couch real quickly. I know you've got the trauma of being abused before by the CW network. I understand that.
Every year, straight up.
I understand that. But CW every once in a while hits something.
Well, what? Good. Supernatural once?
Supernatural. They did all right with what was the other one? The DC with all the goofballs that they got together when they got Mr. Freeze, not Mr. Freeze, Captain
Cold. The first 3
Cold.
seasons out of 8, Legend of Tomorrow.
Yeah, well, they should have stopped after 3, so that now you know where your starting and stop point. This will probably be good for 2 seasons, and then don't watch it anymore. Okay.
Well, I can't wait for it to start reviewing it. That'll be nice.
Yeah,
we'll review it.
I can't wait to review it for Corban, and
I'm down. Yeah. We'll see what's up.
They do. They need to do.
I agree. Look at what's working well on them right now. They have Superman and Lois.
You hit a single. You need to hit a grand slam. We need to go.
Superman and Lois. They need Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois is on CW, but it's an HBO Max type of presentation, and it is leagues better than anything we've ever seen. To the point that I can't even compare it to. You want me to show you, Stick Boys? Give me a second.
No, do not. Yeah, first 2 of Oh, Arrow had a couple good years too. There, Corban, you can come back now. All right, we'll move along. So that Corban doesn't get crushed anymore by the
somewhere behind the cape.
Oh Jesus!
All
right. Actually, I mean, I'm gonna give this one a shot. So if you want to review it, Corban, I'll make Pete watch it too. Pete will watch it.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Yeah. Shout out to the best Batman, by the way.
Speaking of Supernaturals, the Winchester's key art stills and trailer reveal first look at Jensen's Supernatural prequel series. Do we need
so
this?
Nice we're getting it again? No, I don't think we do.
I'm just thinking while I'm reading this, okay, so they gave us a couple pieces of still art, and then they called it key art. Oh, and trailer. So I didn't watch the trailer on this, unfortunately. Do we need this?
No, I don't think so.
Didn't Supernatural end well? Let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah. So okay.
I need to watch the final season. I still haven't done it.
It's good. The whole thing's good. All right. And do we need this? Twisted Metal, the car, the video game where you drive killer cars around and.
I don't think so, but
I mean, Will Arnett sometimes is funny.
Yeah,
When he's
Okay.
Batman on as a Lego, when he's Lego Batman, he's funny. Other than that, I don't think he's that funny. He had something come out on Netflix not too long ago. I think it was Netflix, and I couldn't get through two episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's this. So there you go. Oh, and it's gonna be on Peacock, so that's gonna be brilliant.
Oh, straight to Peacock.
Dude, Peacock keeps bouncing me out, and it's so hard to find anything on that fucking thing. It's such a mess. Peacock's the worst of the streaming services. Paramount Plus isn't much better, but Peacock by far is the worst. All right, the Monsters director Rob Zombie shares a new official look at Jeff Dan Phillips as Herman Monster. Wait, time out. Is this real? Rob Zombie
remaking the Monsters?
Rob Zombie, the metal guy, right? He does metal, isn't that? He's in some group, right?
He's a heavy metal rock star,
but he did all those like horror movies.
Yeah, he's probably better known as a horror movie director now. Yeah, he redid Halloween and some other.
I got the song the real popular song yes. So that Rob Zombie, it is that guy, and he is doing the monsters, like the funny, like 1970s.
Devil's Rejects. That's the one I'm trying to think of. Devil's Rejects. Another one of his movies.
And this is on Peacock too. Well, nobody will be watching this bullshit either. So,
nope.
Yep. Okay. Good enough. Borderlands live action. House of a Thousand Corpses. Thank you, Ryan.
Yep. He remade that. Yeah.
Why are we remaking the monsters too? Yeah. Okay. Cool. The Tech Show Comics. Here we go. Man, we're probably behind. Oh, Joe Queda. Yay. Okay.
Oh, what a career in Marvel! I thought he did really good. Bringing with the Max series, everything.
And then
but
now.
He had some missteps. You're gonna have that over 22 years, but ultimately, I think a lot of the comics in the early 2000s that really changed the game started over in Marvel, and I think Quesada was a big part of that. So, happy trails.
Okay, Mockingbird Lane. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he did have some missteps. He had some hits. He made paper fucking shit over at Marvel, so that's good. He's synonymously known as the Marvel Rub Man, and yeah, okay. Why does watching the Mockingbird Lane pilot mean that we need a Monsters TV show mode? How are we wrong? I don't understand it. Oh no. Yeah. Well, I mean, he did do some things, I guess. Okay.
I mean, if Rob Zombie was going to take the Monsters and actually give it like a 180 spin and make it like a truly
like the Winnie the Pooh death thing,
gory type show, the kind of genres that he excels at, then I'd say sure, I'd watch that. But if he's going to try to make a comedy out of it, I'm like, which is what it kind of looked like in the still shot. I'm like,
is Rob Zombie funny?
I don't know him personally. His movies aren't funny that I know of, but maybe I haven't seen them all.
Marvel brings back Moon Knight's long forgotten Ultra Dangerous Brother. Actually, this happened I didn't have PowerPoint, so he probably had something else going on. This happened in Doc Strange 3, kind of. At the end, they promoted this at the Doc Strange 3 with the Sorcerer Supreme. And she's like, actually, the Rose, who's Kingpin's like son, is in it a lot. Kind of cool. I actually really like that character. I was actually hoping that's who they would have showed up in Daredevil, or like at least bring. I think there's a lot of potential if they bring the Rose into the Marvel universe, especially in kind of that Hawkeye Echo universe. It'd be very cool.
Yeah, it's true.
It's funny how bad you remember, but they bring him back. And I guess like the biggest thing probably this was, I think it didn't show up, but it's then everybody had the rumor that this was going to show up in Moon Knight 2, but Moon Knight 2 is not actually a thing. So, because this is Mark Spector's brother, the one that died. He becomes a bad guy. But anyway, so they're bringing that character back into Doc Strange 3, and somehow that means that there's going to be a season 2 of Moon Knight 2, and that this is going to be the bad guy. Okay. So, yeah. Either way, he's showing up, and that Doc Strange looks good. DC's Dark Crisis grows with more one-shots and series tie-ins.
Yeah. Not sure how I feel about it, but I'm gonna stick more to the core storyline anyway. I doubt that if the core story was already done, now you have to add additional tie-ins. I doubt that that's gonna, substantially change the way the
Which
story is, where we don't even know where it's going yet, except we know
which
that the original hero's gonna come back.
so okay, so which Batman are we getting?
We have Nightwing as like a surrogate Batman. We have, of course, the next Batman, who I imagine is still around. That's it for now.
And then who are we in this Dark Crisis? And then who are we getting as Flash?
Oh, Damien's still there. Flash. Who is it? Flash still around actually. Flash wasn't there.
Which Flash? Barry?
I think it's Barry. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it's mainly I don't fucking know. All right.
It was
Way to
kind of
confuse
confusing.
everybody, DC.
Jonathan
That's what I'm gonna read.
Kent and the new Wonder Woman, and yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Okay.
could be
Whatever.
Wally. Oh, Wally, my bad. Yeah, because Barry. Anyway, doesn't matter. But
So they're not. It's not Barry. Now it's Wally again. Okay. Good. This is why people don't read DC because it's fucked up.
Yeah,
All right. You don't even seem excited about it, and you're supposed to be the DC guy. Creep Show.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not excited because it's tried and true. I mean, come on, from Death of Justice number 75, like on the like we've seen this trope before. I'm not. This is the big event for DC, so I'll read it, but I'm not gonna pretend like, oh my gosh, like I can't see this coming. We already know what's gonna happen. They gotta restore the status quo at some point. And let me ask you this, Marco: do you really believe that the Justice League are gone after this event? Do you really
No.
believe that Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, and Wonder Woman are all done?
No, but I don't understand why you base your whole events around characters that nobody gives two shits about.
Well, again, you have to try to establish them. And right now, DC is agenda focused, more or less. They have been in their storytelling. It's not even a right or wrong thing. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? They've been trying to make Jonathan Kent stake his claim as Superman. They can't do that on the. They can, but they haven't figured it out yet that they can do that on the strength of good storytelling and building that character as an identity. No, the way the DC has to do it, in order to make that character the Superman, the Batman, you have to remove the original player.
You can't just
make
do a
him the man.
multiverse. I think the
I'm
one
just
thing that
saying.
Marvel did prove is that you can do a multiverse.
I agree. DC hasn't caught the memo yet, but hopefully soon.
They never do. All right. Next up is this, which I think is All-Star Creative Team. Oh, please, man. You guys are going to fuck Creep Show up. Well, good. So Scott Kirkman's going to go fuck Creep Show up. Okay. Anybody else got opinions on this?
No. I mean, I don't really. No, not really. I'm not going to pretend.
No. So
I've not read the Creep Show comics.
One of the things with Creep Show 2 is the art. Is like you have to be on point with your fucking art.
Mm.
So like, and that actually kind of made some more. The art told more of the story, I think, in these. It was more basis than it was the actual like writing. So, which artist over at Skybound are you like? Oh yeah, okay. Like I'm not exactly. I mean, I love The Walking Dead. At least, probably Governor up to Governor, a little bit past Governor, maybe even a little bit of Negan, and then like a little bit after that. But like, I'm not exactly saying like, ooh, the artwork was like killer. You know what I mean? That's not what sold it, I guess. Especially considering it's black and white and whatever. But okay, whatever.
I see what you're saying. It's going to take a special type.
Are these going to be like one shots, or are they
like shorts again? Oh, I don't know.
They're not like short arcs or something, or
no. This should be standalone stories.
Every time I've read a spooky genre like this, I'm always disappointed. Now I go back to my Image days when I read like what's the one, Nailbiter or Witches. I'm always disappointed in the Images.
Yeah. I mean, I think like Creep Show was kind of trying to take, like when you think of the Preco stuff, like, and then like that kind of lines up a little better than maybe the later DC stuff. I don't know, man. I don't have any faith in this. They're gonna come out with like foiled covers and shit, and like be some gimmicky, and then like Stegman's gonna draw some fucking people in real life in the background or shit like that. They're gonna read comic books have a bunch of old EC comic books in the background and shit like that. And, oh, did you see what we put in there? We put an Easter egg of a fucking comic book. Yay, okay. No, thanks, BK. I'm glad that you're enjoying it.
He said racing toward the cloud. It's not been that bad.
No. BK, this is good. If BK's saying that, then we're doing a great job. If BK wasn't saying that, I'd be semi worried. So, do you want to cover real quickly your con story here, and then we'll get into some more comics real quickly?
All right. So, Phoenix Fan Fusion was this past week from May 27th to 29th of this year. We kind of talked about it and previewed it on the last show. And, Marco was like, hey, this show looks is going to suck. And Matt was on the guest starring. He said the same thing. Kyle said the same thing. I'm like, listen, it's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Like, the guests aren't that great, but the panels will be fine. Now, these pictures you're going to see are like literally the word, they are as sad as they look because this is how it was.
You're not giving me shit anymore about how I take pictures of stuff.
Because I didn't want to take pictures at all. Like I actually walked. This was toward the end this was toward the end of the program, and it was like an afterthought. Like I was like, God damn this place, and gotta take a picture. So I turned around and took a picture. Okay, that is this whole event. Let me get through the good first.
Okay, good. So they put up like a banner that you could have printed out for $20.
Exactly. That's it, by the way. Yeah. That's it. I reconnected with some old friends. Was able to see Matt. Was able to see some other guys over there. Like
not
able to
Kyle,
see.
He didn't show up.
Huh?
Not Kyle because he didn't show up.
No, not Kyle. No. I was able to do a couple cool panels. They went on drafting the DC supervillain team.
What panels did you go? Stop. What panels did you go to?
So, I did a couple. It was with some friends. Shout out to Jay, shout out to Anthony. We did one where it was like a character face off. Your who to win the fight, Superman versus Goku, that sort of thing. The one I'm really proud of, but also really embarrassed by, we did a ultimate villain draft. We had a draft it was me and 4 other I was one of the judges, but I came and became one of the panelists. We got 4 members of the audience and picked our ideal lineups of villains, and I went horrible with mine. It was really bad. I meant okay, here's how bad it was. I went to the mic. It was NFL draft style. In fact, we'd all sat down. We went up. We drafted our team. I called myself.
Was there anybody in this watching you guys do this?
Yeah, there was 50 people.
Oh wow, nice.
It was pretty nice. And yeah, instead of Dr. Doom, I picked Doc Ock, which worked horribly when it matched up with Carnage. And then for whatever reason, there was a big anti-Nazi crowd because I picked Red Skull, and that lost supporters. And I was like, listen, I'm just saying I want Red Skull as a mastermind of my team. It didn't work out too well. But anyway, the panels were good, right? Well, the panels I was a part of were good.
50 total people between the 2 panels, or 50 at each?
No, 50 at each.
So you guys brought your entire families?
I know you're funny. My family's on vacation, so that didn't happen. But you're funny.
Good, man.
No, it was cool. I will say this: the fans, that was the biggest thing, Marco. Actually, the fans came out. For Fan Fusion, it was a 40-minute wait in line for day one. For I already had my badge just to redeem it. Fans came out full force. They represented well. They were in panels of everyone I went to. They were packed. They really, you could tell 3 years of energy. Huh?
Did your own time out? So you guys just signed up to do your own panel and then did a panel?
Well, yeah, I was actually on this from 3 years ago. I just completed the assignment. We had agreed to do these panels.
I don't know. Okay, I guess that's so you could just make up your own shit on a panel and just be do you get paid for that?
No, but we get free tickets.
Okay. All right.
You don't get paid, but we don't got to pay for anything. So
okay.
For an hour,
And then they made you sit in line for 40 minutes with. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was different. But and then this is where I'm getting past the good, Marco. The good was the fans came out represented. The good were me able to see old friends of mine. Fine. The good were the panels I was involved in. They were great. Fine. Good. That's the good. Boxed up. We're done. Now the bad. Literally everything else. The organization from the program I thought was not the best. The fact that you had all these fans who were active for content, who were anxious for programming, and there wasn't nearly enough to meet the demand. I was the lackluster showing. I'm looking up and down. It was they were trying to be all things to all people, and they dropped the ball on everything. There wasn't enough comic programming. It wasn't enough anything. They really did a lot with the raves and the burlesque shows and the stuff at the end. But
sorry, what?
They had raves and burlesque shows and stuff at end of Saturday night, end of Friday night. But during the day, the programming was bad. Also, vendors did not get the memo. There was a just startling lack of vendors. Like, I spent $140 in books and stuff, which honestly, like, I had to kind of talk myself or let myself be talked into buying stuff. That's how bad it was. It was a lot of Funko Pop vendors and, different toy vendors and things of that sort. When it came to like comics and stuff, no. And the ones that were there, trust me, they were making up for their gas. They were making up for inflation. They were making up for 3 years lost during the pandemic because the prices were out.
Well, no, it sounds like how much were tables there? Because it sounds like maybe it wasn't the best con, and like
it wasn't. I mean, listen, I got my tickets for free, but if you're trying to go just for Saturday, remember we talked? Oh, this is it, Marco. Remember we talked, and it was Friday. Saturday ticket was $55 or something.
Jesus,
they raised it to 77.
Wait, I'm sorry. How?
I don't know. Whoever listened to the last show we were talking about. One of us commented that Saturday tickets were $55 or something.
What is the name of this shit?
Fan Fusion.
Phoenix.
It was horrific. And I didn't even get to speed dating. We get to walk around in free. Yeah, that's exactly what it meant, Stick Boy. And honestly, because each building was separated, the north building and the west building was separated, you had to walk outside to get to the other building anyway. So we still got some heat. As far as speed dating was concerned, that was a disaster from the jump. So Friday I go in.
Let's see the lines of speed dating. Hey, what's this?
Okay, so that was just a picture I took just to justify me being there. This was Friday. Now there's this wall, like I'm at the very end of the line. Imagine going all the way down, and then there's another line all the way down that matches this line.
Why did you just take pictures? This is the worst picture.
It was bad, dude. It was bad. I'm not saying it wasn't. I was living in the moment. I'm not thinking, oh, let me document this. I'm just like, all right, half an hour before the speed dating, I get in line, and instantly there's like 70 guys. There's 20 girls, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm really not gonna get in. Like, I made this happen. I reached out to them. I asked them to bring this program. They weren't sure if they were gonna do it. Yada yada. Then they said they're gonna do it, and I'm not gonna get in. I was like, wow.
Aren't you an exhibit? What badge did they give you?
I was a panel. They gave me a regular full event badge. There was nothing differentiating from the panels.
Bullshit. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Wait, so they had speed dating, you just didn't get to participate. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying I came in so for the first day, I came to line up half an hour before it started. And that line that I saw the picture of was already there waiting for me. Half an hour before the speed dating event. So by the time the cutoff was like 40 guys. I was in the 80th group, so there was no way I got in. So fine. So as she's like, oh, it's okay. She's like, but don't worry, there'll be another one tomorrow. And I said, okay. I said, bet, I'll be there an hour before. And she goes, no, you don't have to come an hour before. Just come half an hour before. And I said, nah, I'm coming an hour before. Like, I'm making sure I get to this event. I talked too much about it. I waited too long. I did too much work to not go. So then the next day, an hour before the event, and the line is already there. I took a picture. It's another bad picture, but I sent it to Marco too. The line is even worse.
Yeah, because
I wrote it.
I see is all dudes in this line, by the way.
Yes, it's a line of well over 100 people for an event that will only sit 40, and that's 1 hour before the event. Needless to say, I didn't get a chance. This time I'm mad. I stayed in line till well after I wasn't going to be called. Because I'm like, what in the world? And she's like, I'm sorry. I said, listen. And I showed her the receipts. I messaged Fan Fusion while I was in line. And I basically was like, hey, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, look at this line. I sent them the same picture. And they were like, wow. And I was like, can y'all like get started making this bigger from like right now for next year? Because it's ridiculous, right? So then, finally I get in line. They feel bad. And I feel bad for the people that put the program together because they weren't they were their own speed. They were like an independent service, I guess, right? They saw how many of us guys were in line that really wanted this. And they said, okay, fine.
This is so horrible.
Now this is where it gets bad. They said, okay, so they were like looking around, like trying to find regular girls to say, hey girls, like, do I have any burlesque photos? Nah, dude, listen. Anyway, okay. We were thirsty. They were looking around trying to find girls to come to the speed dating program. They managed to corral 11 of them.
Oh,
and they said, okay, listen.
Day 2, it was all dudes. It was all dudes. They had no chicks.
They said, all right, guys, we have 8 women between the ages of 18 and 30.
No,
and we have 3 women between the ages of 30 and 33. And if you guys are still interested, you guys can line up and take.
Of
2 minutes
course,
apiece to
no
pick
guy
up.
went anywhere. No guy went anywhere.
Now, all the guys lined up, and I counted the guys, and there was 42 of them. And I looked at the 11 girls, and I said, I'm desperate, but I'm not that desperate. And that's when I decided to walk away.
Oh my god!
That was.
Did you tell them you had your Snickers in your pocket and you were ready?
I told them, listen, I didn't do the Snicker line. I should have. I was looking fresh. My hair was popping. I had everything ready, and the fact that I didn't get in after making this possible, like some nerds out there got lucky on the back of me, like I did this.
Okay, so this is
You
what I
should
did.
feel good about that.
So the first picture that he sent me when he said it was a 30-minute. This is my advice to him. I said, okay, do this. Look around real quickly through all these dorks. Find the first girl you see. Okay, walk up to her, say the following. Man, this line's ridiculous. I don't think any of us can get in. Hey, I know this might sound out there, but I think, what about me and you do a speed date? I'll set a phone for 10 minutes. The buzzer goes off. I'll give you my number. You can either match me or you can just never call me again. At least you'd have something out of it. You, on the other hand, decide to sit there, complain about the line, then come back a day later to a sausage fest where they went out and tried to wrangle 11 girls for all 100 of you. Man, you get. And by the way, I'm glad we didn't show the full pictures because I was looking at the group and like, Corban, you should have just stepped out of line when they walked any girl you were interested in, because that line was rough.
It was
that
pretty bad.
line. There's some Walmart. What's that? What website? What's that one website where they check out people in Walmart? World of Walmart. There was some World of Walmart looking motherfuckers in that. And that wasn't just one or two. It was a lot. There was a lot.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty. Yeah. It was. Listen, I am so salty. I don't know why. And at the time, I think I saw the. That's another thing. My phone, when I saw that message, Marco, it was already over. The phone connection was horrible down there. I didn't have any. Those pictures I took were like and then like I replied to you, Marco, and then like it showed you replying to me, but then an hour later you were still replying to me. And then I walked out the building, and then the reply came. Like the Wi-Fi was horrible. The internet, the phone connection was horrible, and we're not even talking down. Like the vendor hall was down the basement. We're just talking throughout the building. It was bad.
So
like,
real quickly, I just want to defend the vendors too, and like it was $1,200 for a table. For a 6x6.
At
so, I mean, hey, look, I don't know what the prices were and everything else, but do know this. You're saying they were trying to get you for everything. It was $1,200 for that shitty ass con.
At Fan Fusion?
Yeah, $1,200.
Well, you know what? Then that makes sense then, because
that's why nobody showed up to that shit. Because for $1,200 for what you described,
and I can't blame them then for that because it was ridiculous. Like
I agree with BK, by the way.
What? Corey Brown, yourself a lack of burlesque footage.
Yeah, why didn't you go to the burlesque thing? I mean,
all right. So you want me to tell you? So let me make matters even worse.
Oh yes, let's go.
All right. So as I'm looking on the second day, I walk out. Right.
Hold on, real quick. So just if you go to Motor City Comic Con, the same type of booth, a little bit bigger, it's $1,820 for the weekend. But that is a packed ass show. So just to give you guys perspective.
Wow.
And I think Baltimore's less. Baltimore's probably around that price.
Wow.
Go ahead.
So to make matters worse, on the second day, as I'm leaving
14, I think, in Baltimore.
I'm leaving the speed dating. I go downstairs and I run into the girl. The same exact girl.
Not from the last one.
From the last one 3 years ago.
Jesus Christ. She's married and got kids now too, doesn't she?
Yes. Now, husband was sick and kid was staying with her grandparents. So it was just her.
No.
So we link up and we start talking.
No, Corban.
And no, I'm not messy like that. No, we didn't do that.
Okay.
All I'm trying to say is that we were talking this and that, and she wanted me to hang out with her at the burlesque show.
Oh, wow.
Which is what we did last time we met up 3 years ago. Okay. And I was like, nah, this ain't. It's different.
Yeah,
different. I'm good. And so I decided not to go. I literally was going to go. And that was just too much, too soon, too close to all of that. I went home and I went to the hotel, got myself a pizza.
You booked a hotel for the shit show too?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Dad.
$700.
Oh, you ate a lonely pizza Why
Yeah.
didn't you go to the hotel bar, bro?
I did that night. I went to eat the pizza. I laid
Before
down.
you
I
eat
said,
the pizza.
"Freak this." So I went and got a couple drinks.
Oh, well, good. Did you see anybody there in the hotel bar? Nothing.
Nope. Not they all. It was like they were mocking me. Everyone, couples everywhere,
Sad
everywhere.
Corbin. Sad Corbin.
It was ridiculous. So anyway,
So you didn't want to watch the burlesque show with this lady because you didn't want to be in the friend zone, or you were afraid she wanted like a.
Oh no,
booty
she
call,
was.
or-
Oh no, we were definitely friend zoning. I just
Okay.
you look at like
awkward.
it was awkward. Exactly. Like, okay, we didn't work out, and we talked about it. Why? And basically, we knew why. Like we talked about it, and yeah, I think you're right, man. We talked about why it didn't work out, but we knew why it didn't work out.
I've been married
I
for
wasn't
like 20
ready
years.
the first day. You know what I mean? So boom. So bottom line, it just didn't feel right. That listen, I'm seeing you again 3 years after it didn't work out. I haven't moved forward, and now we're hanging out again. Nah, we good. It just didn't seem right to me. She was cool though, still a cool person. Best of luck to her and the family, but yeah, that just no. And I can't begin to decide where the horrible convention experience begins and my own personal con hell ends. Like they're interspersed together, but like the con itself was just objectively a bad convention, and then didn't help what happened with me. So. All in all, man, I went to work this whole week. I was supposed to come back to work rejuvenated, refreshed, pumped, like had a great weekend. Nah, man, I really didn't. It was the worst.
Here's a couple problems. First off, stop trying to find love at a con. It ain't happening. I saw them crowds out there. It ain't happening. Okay. Number 2, move out of Arizona. Like that it just ain't it. Number 3, yeah, move out of Arizona. I mean, like, come on, man. Move someplace where people are normal and that you can do like actual, like, don't do speed dating. That doesn't even make sense.
I mean, I don't know what else to do. Yeah, Quorum babysitting for next week. Don't let him fool you. Oh, wow. Nah, Joe. Nah, I'm old. Done with none of that. No, thank you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So now everybody's just releasing all their stuff. Okay. Kyle somehow, since this would happen. Yeah. So this is funny. So after we talked about it on the show, I think we talked Kyle out of going to the show. And we're like, yo, dude, that's a waste of $55. He was a really waste of $75. Matt did go. Matt was upset. He said he had some story about somebody digging like.
Yeah, hoarding 3 bags and then being all aggressive, hoarding 3 boxes to look through 1 box. And then like going, the fuck you looking at? Or something like that, being aggressive at him when he tried to like reach for 1 box.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once again, my advice, leave Arizona.
Yeah, that's what makes it worse. This was the biggest con we have, and it's the only con we have. We have one small one called the Tucson Comic Con, which is nice for like books and such, but we know it doesn't let it count to Phoenix Fan Fusion on a good day anyway. So to think that this is the best experience that Arizona con fans are going to get this year, this was like horrific.
So one of the pictures you showed, there was a very large, very hot, sweaty guy waiting in line with his hand on his hip and his butt crack showing. And like, I'm like, that describes Arizona. Like it's hot as shit and sweaty and like just hairy ugliness. Like I think he kind of did too.
You know what they should have done? Those 10 or 11 girls that they got in there, they should have let them canvas the line of all 100 guys and pick the ones if they wanted to go into speed dating.
I think you would have got a shot. I mean, I don't know if they all had like legs or if they all had all their arms or fingers or whatever. But like at that point, like, well, I saw the line of dudes, and I'm telling you, the line of dudes, Corban, I don't know how, like, I don't know what your game is, but apparently it's not good. I'm like, if I was in a line with them dudes, even as old as I am now, if I was single, I'm still pulling fucking tail out of that joint, bro.
Wow.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, I saw the pictures, and I'm not trying to be smudging dudes, but yo, man, you knew the line you were standing in. You saw
I was way too far back to make
like,
an impact.
Yo, you look clean. Just looking clean alone, like you fucking took a shower in the last fucking, I don't know, 10 years, probably made you stand out in that fucking line.
Yeah.
Am I over exaggerating?
No, you're right.
Maybe it was just the pictures you showed me.
So many,
I know you're trying not to put people in that picture, but there were some
I was really trying to keep it vague.
There's some really dirty, stinking motherfuckers around you, okay? Dude. And I appreciate you not like pointing those people out because it's very rude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But like, Yo, dude, how you didn't just
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, there was so many.
I'm not throwing
people.
shade.
Like, that was
Ken,
the issue.
Ken.
Yeah.
Corbin's way too nice and was like really trying not to show some of these people. And I was not trying to be rude when he sent me picture. My whole shit in my head was like, Corbin's getting it one way or there's no way. There is no way. He has to stick out like a shining ray.
That's what I thought, dude. I really thought I was. I really thought I was.
What? You should have had selfies. There was some shit. You must have been in a furry costume or some crazy shit. You must have some shit.
I wore a regular. I wore my Frank Miller Batman shirt.
I do not believe this. I don't believe this. There's no way. There had to be something off because, like, dude, I saw
you
the
were a
line.
DC fan.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Had my chain. I was looking fresh. Like, not cosplaying. I don't know what happened, dude. It was like I don't know what happened.
I mean,
I failed.
I
failed. It failed. It was horrific, and like I don't know, like it just ruined my whole. Yeah, I guess they do.
I hope that's not true.
Saying you would have pulled some tail when he couldn't. Oh well, no, Ken. I haven't seen you. Odds are, if I flip a coin, you probably could have pulled a 2 in that line. Like, yo, dude, the line was some type of way. Am I wrong, Corbin?
No,
that line was some type.
The problem is there was just so many
people between you stunk so bad that she thought these girls were walking by you. Dude, they physically looked like they smelled bad. Like they physically looked like you're in air conditioning and you're fucking sweating nuts. And you're standing in a line for 30 fucking minutes. How does that happen? Did they have air conditioning in there?
Yeah, they did. It was cool in there. Like I said, I'm with you.
Tell me now I'm throwing shade. I'm straight facts, homie. Like, that's it. Like, I don't get it. I'm not throwing shade. I'm telling the truth. I do not understand. You can tell these stories, but I do. How? I mean, look at you. Still, what you went got a haircut. You tightened yourself.
I got my flash done. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. It just was a horrible, horrible experience.
Tell me about the fish. Hey, Matt, tell me about the fish person.
Which one? Wait. Tell me about the fish person. I'm trying to remember.
Burlesque was the line.
Remind me a little bit more there.
Probably somebody smelled like fish. I'd assume somebody smelled like fish in that line, or was eating fish. Tell me you aren't eating food in the line.
No, dude, I didn't eat it all in there. Everything was so expensive. Now I gotta remember the story about the fish person because I'm sure.
Next we got it. I'll send you the GoPro. We gotta tag it on you to see what is going on.
Yeah, I should have done that.
In the hallway with Lance. In the hallway with Lance, the fish person in the hallway with Lance.
Fudge.
Can we say that? Can we say that or no?
Oh, wait. Was that the one that was dressed
like a fish?
There was so many people that were dressed that were
furries?
No.
Please tell me not in Arizona, because
I wore imagine you see me from behind, but I have like a nice full-length wig and I got tights on. I'm wearing heels and I'm just popping.
Oh, it's a dude dressed as chick.
Yeah, but that's not what the fish lady was, if I remember right. I need a little more rum. It was so much. No, I had a moment. There was like several times I was like, oh, it was bad. It was all bad.
So maybe 11 weren't women of gender, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. He's gonna put more. Matt's gonna put the one that walked by. Oh yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you're making the wrong thing here, Corbin.
No. I'm trying to remember everything that happened there because that was one thing I kept me and Lance talking about. One guy walked past Lance and literally was like, man, Lance like we're talking straight Gordon's fisherman, like straight out like, and we couldn't identify like where the smell is coming from. Just a normal dude, just reeking of fish. But like the fish of someone who didn't clean properly, not the fish of like
in Arizona heat.
Yeah, no, but it was air conditioned.
So they smell like the blood of fish. That's what it is. You're talking about the blood.
Yeah, a little bit of that. But it was like you saw the Gordons, the guy with the yellow hood and the fish. It was like him. Like he was cosplaying him, but he wasn't. It was a normal guy, but he smelled as if you were cosplaying to him. It was pretty bad.
Oh my God.
It was all in all, I mean, like I said, it was cool to see my friends there. Hung out with Matt, hung out with Jay, hung out with Anthony. Like, it was cool to see them. Lance. After that, Everything else there was regrettable. Like, you could have had a sad experience in one day. Imagine somebody gets a hotel and stays there for 4. Just saying.
No, I've invited. The wife has. We've opened up the compound to Corban. He's more than welcome.
Oh, yeah,
Anytime to come out here. He could live out here for a minimum of 3 months if he really wanted to. But the problem with it is he's scared. But like he's got to be scared because like he's all yelling and don't text the show. Be like, yo, walk to the front and go. Do you want this dating thing to be a success? Because look at these clowns that smell like fish and are sweating right now. And then you got me. Which one? I
gotta be more. Yeah, I gotta be more.
We ain't coming down to this. No. No wonder you had to go out there and Wrangler at 11. After yesterday, what happened? Them girls were like, shit, we ain't coming back. When you go from 35 girls to 0, something's going on. Figure your shit out, man.
It was pretty bad. So
that's bad. All right. Well, we're going to move on for entertaining. We're going to say a little bit. I want to do a little comics because Chip and Dale came out. We were talking about this, and then we were going to do 5 and 5. But Pete said, I'll never make it 5 and 5. And he's probably right because so far we were supposed to be at an hour and we're already an hour and 30 minutes into it. But I want to go over some of the, maybe some of the comic, because of Chip and Dale doing so well. I want to go over some of the Saturday morning cartoonish books that maybe a little bit overlooked or we haven't looked at in a while because we did these a couple shows and then people weren't interested. And now it seems like people are more interested. We'll go over some of the throwback cartoon comics. We got first Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, not one that I threw in there, but Pete did, and he wanted to show this off because, damn, dude, what is that, 98214? That's still going all right because they're talking about doing a Rescue Ranger show. Mm-hmm. And if they do, it might be great. $7.99. That's fair. Corbin's going to come back. He's going to cry in his tears.
I'll be right back.
Darkwing Duck. This is one of the favorites that I've been talking about, mainly because of our friend Jen, who loves this book. Darkwing Duck 1. Still pretty affordable. Raw $29.36. 701 for $9.9 though. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Sticks. I love these things, dude. Sure, blame me. Well, this is one of the books I said. This is a monster, and it's hard to actually find. Believe it or not, I don't know why. I think it was a rumor years ago that somebody's going to do gargoyles. Isn't there a rumor that somebody's going to do gargoyles? A rumor about everything. Gargoyles really hard to find. Chromium. $50, $32. Obviously on eBay you can find it. I'm talking about, I don't shop on eBay. I shop in real life. So it should be $1 book and you can never find number 1. You can find 2, 3, and 4. This one though, I actually should have moved this because when everybody thinks about Masters of the Universe, this is the book I think. Because this book, Jedi, how much do you think this book's going for?
Raw?
Mm-hmm.
Like this. I can't say. I'm going to say 25.
Let me give you a clue. Let me give you a clue. Masters of the Universe 1. Well. Okay, Masters of the Universe 1, you can get a raw copy for $40. 9.4 for like 80.
Okay.
So how much do you think you can get the DC and the Masters of the Universe for?
I don't know. That book looks familiar to me for some reason. I'm gonna say $30. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what the print run. I don't know anything about it.
All right.
More?
You don't need to know print run of it. It's a little more. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, this is the book. If you find this one, this is a monster. 9.8's going for almost 2. Fucking hey, dude. 22. I sold this shit way too fucking early. Yeah. Oh my God. No shit. Yeah, sweet book. All right. Well, it's first appearance. Like not of his whole series, but of the DC thing.
First appearance of He-Man?
Yeah, on the thing with the Masters. It's 80. This is what, 82, right? It's of him and Superman. First appearance of him and Superman. $400 BK. Close. It's not 400. Joe 100. Yeah, these prices are crazy. Worth more before Kevin. No, it wasn't actually. $150. A little bit too light. It's too much. I'd agree with Ken on that too. I has a request to make a custom framework of Darkwing Duck, but they never followed up. Dang, that stinks. So we already covered this one. $40 for him doing his own thing through DC. The Masters of the Universe. Yeah, I know, right? Still pretty big, but you can get the whole set of this. I actually love it because it's got what's his name in it. Hordak. I don't know what Silverhawks is. You found a beat up copy in a garage sale and sold it for $150. Congratulations, Sticks. All right. Does anybody know what Silverhawks is? Was this the one where the toy where you could hook the guy up to the thing and then you shot the
This wasn't what this is. I don't know why Pete had this, but it's got a little library reader in it. So there you go. Let's see what's going for me. That's why I put it there. Yeah, Superman versus He-Man action figure set. There is a comic with it. Yes, not just the 2-pack. There is a comic with a 2-pack of Superman. Ah, yes. Silverheart cartoon. Yeah, I get it. Wow, shit. $304.
Yeah, $300 for a 9/8. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Did anybody
Probably
watch
a tough
this?
cover.
Who watched Silverhawks? Is it okay? If BK says a profession, it's probably hot trash then, so I can pass on for me. Okay, and then the Thundercats. I don't know why this doesn't get more love because it's so many people that like it. You know, a lot of people enjoy by now. So the non-star version, $15.99, $129 for the 1/2. Wow, that's a nice set. And 9/8s are going for $854. Holy shit! I guess it does sell for a decent amount. $854. That really ticked up too. Silverhawks was a team of cybernetic heroes fighting against Monstar. Okay, cool.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that insight. Good insight, BK. All right, so there we go. Those are the comics we're going over. I actually think Darkwing Duck should, if you can get it for that cheap, it's probably going to go pretty well later on. I love that show as a kid. That Voltron, dude. I loved Voltron, man. Voltron was real dope. They had an animated series of Thundercats animation team. Okay.
So when were these on animated? When were these on TV? Like early 90s?
Yeah, most of them were 80s, 90s. Late 80s, early 90s. I mean, was He-Man 80s? Well, mid 80s. No. Gargoyles was kind of in the 90s, I think, if I recall correctly. Thundercats. I just remember Thundercats, G.I. Joe, He-Man. What was the lineup? Thundercats, He-Man, G.I. Joe. I'm missing something there. And something else. It was around the same time, so they're all pretty good. I grew up with it. Early mid 80s, yep. Except for Gargoyles wasn't, and Darkwing Duck wasn't, and neither was Rescue Rangers. That was in the 90s. Cops? Oh, yeah. I guess.
Bad boys.
What's the VHS sell for? All right. So we're still going to get into the 2-hour segment because our last segment, and I didn't pull anything for this, is Obi-Wan talk. Yeah, I know Corban didn't watch Obi, but
buckle up.
You still stay alive. Jedi said that he wanted to go first on this. So if you guys didn't, let me hit the spoiler alert for you real quickly. Because there's going to be a little bit. We're going to try not to spoil the whole thing. Go give an overview, but this has not worked well.
No, I'm going all out.
This has never worked well for us. We always spoil. So
I'm going to try.
Well, I will be staying tuned from afar.
Spoiler!
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Warning! Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Oh my God.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
So Corban left because he doesn't watch Star Wars and thinks Trekkies are cool. All right. Go ahead.
No. I'm going to watch this and don't be spoiled. Get out of here with that propaganda. Wow.
Yeah. If we were talking search for Spock, he'd be all over.
You need to stop, Jedi. I'm still here. I'm just not actually listening to you. I'm just watching. Mm-hmm. Wow, you guys are crazy.
All right. I don't know. I'll go first and just kind of list some things. And then obviously, Marco, you're going to jump in. And so when I first started watching it, as soon as I saw that it was going to be more about Leia, I kind of did a deep okay, it's not because I don't like children. It's not because I don't like
you hate children.
Anything.
Okay, good stuff.
I think the Leia story, the kidnapping story, was great in the first 2 episodes. I just didn't want to see any more of it, and I'm starting to think now, with only 3 more episodes to go, that the whole thing is going to be about Leia being bait for Obi-Wan, and I really didn't want that, but I moved on. But go ahead. I know you had something to say.
Did you hate you hated Omega too, didn't you?
I loved Omega.
Oh, okay. Well, then you don't hate children.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the problem I have is if the premise is the kidnapping of Leia and he left, it doesn't make sense. You left what your job was. You didn't call Yoda. You left what your job was to go get Leia. Then you fucking abandoned Leia. Because the whole series wasn't about it. He abandoned Leia at one point. Their whole shit was don't trust random motherfuckers. And then, except for the second half of the show, you trusted a random motherfucker that you don't know, who also abandoned Leia. Like, this makes no fucking sense. You know, it's kind of like I said the other day. And this is why I was worried after 1 and 2. People were giving Reva a hard time, right? And I said, like, I don't think it's her. She's not the one that fucking put, like, let's do parkour fucking moves in there. That's a directorial and writing thing. Like, the fuck can't we, like, what are we doing here? You know, I kind of referenced it. Like, this episode is the epitome kind of how I feel sometimes about Star Wars in a bad direction. Is like, this one is your kid. They're fucking brilliant. They're great at science. They're doing great. Everything looks good. And then all of a sudden they come home for midterms and they have an F for math. Why the fuck are you failing math? You're nailing it in science. You're getting your English. You got all A's across the board. You're smart. And that's what this episode was. They did a lot of shit there where you're like, they shat. I don't understand why Star Wars has to shit to prove whatever point they're doing. Why do you have to shit on true hardcore fans that love the original 3? You know what I mean? And don't have a problem and actually loved 1, 2, and 3. They like the majority of the shit you put out there. They accept the fact that you put stuff into Legacy and still want you to do a coherent canon, which you told them 10 years ago you were doing, and that's why the switchover was happening. They've told you
I'm
all
easy.
that,
I mean, I'm
and
easy.
you go for a ride. Go ahead.
I was like, okay, it's gonna be about Leia. It is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be all about Leia this whole series, but it looks like it's gonna be about Leia. The Reva, I thought she did a lot. I thought it was better than I didn't not dislike her in the first 2. I think she's doing what the writing and the directing is telling her to do. I did think it was a little weird that she can like jump to the end of the tunnel very quickly to meet Leia, but that's later on.
I mean, I see that shit coming. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just okay. I was a little. It does appear, again, spoilers. I'm not going to hold anything back.
Well, they're talking about it in the fucking chat, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I mean,
so spoilers. The Grand Inquisitor, I guess, is dead. I mean, I don't know. We thought maybe he wasn't, but I would think certainly his fellow Inquisitors were certainly act like he was dead, unless he's, I don't know. So I'm like, okay,
why am I do these, BK? Go ahead.
Why? And kind of got me thinking, especially with a new comic, a comic dropped today. Why am I reading the comics? Why? If they're just going to change everything. Apparently comics don't mean anything anymore in the continuity.
Well, the big sell to us was, yeah, I agree. That's a part of an annoyance. That's not even, I don't think they've broken canon with that, because until he's officially dead, which I don't think he is, they haven't broken canon with
Sliver
that.
of hope.
There are parts that no, because how you want me to spoil it for you? Because how I see it is that Vader does that a lot. Like, you can take over that position, and then, as you know, in the comics, all of a sudden the Grand Inquisitor or somebody else, Vader, shows up at the end and says you failed, and that's who's going to kill Reva. But
so you're going to get another Grand Inquisitor that doesn't look
same
like
one.
the
He's
Grand
not dead.
Inquisitor.
He's not dead.
Okay.
He's in a fucking.
All right. I hope you're right. Yeah. So now I'm really gonna jump on one side or the other of the fence. All right, because I kind of rode this fence about the Vader Obi-Wan. Will they or will they not confront each other? And my stance, if you remember, I've talked to people about this offline. I think I've talked about it on the show. If you're gonna do it, please make it seamless. Make it where it makes sense if these two are gonna confront each other. In my opinion, the way they did it, it does not make sense. It does not make sense when it comes to that line in A New Hope, where Vader says, "Last we met, I was but the learner. Now I am master." I tell you what, if he wasn't the master in that scene yesterday, I don't know what the hell a master looks like. He kicked the crap out of Obi-Wan in every sense of the word. You know, Obi-Wan would be dead if not for that lady causing that diversion and pulling him out of there. So if that's not, so now to me, that line in A New Hope about not being the master, you obviously were the master the last time.
That's not the only. Yeah, I get that. That's not the fucking problem I even had. I don't even have a fucking problem with that line, believe it or not. That's not where I have the fucking problem. Where I have the problem, like, listen, once again, like, you see Reva in fucking Vader in on Mustafar, like, Such a brilliant fucking scene. So fucking well done. Absolutely great. You could have left it there and had her hunt it and left it alone. But no, what you then did, and this is even fucking worse, is you told us that who's the person that does this show? She doesn't fucking know Star Wars. She must not have watched the fucking New Hope. She must not have watched anything of Star Wars, because Obi-Wan has never, ever lost a fucking battle to Anakin Skywalker or Darth fucking Vader. He also has never lost the fucking Force. He has used it in canon, in Legacy, in the fucking movies, in New Hope. The first fucking thing he does, these aren't the droids you're fucking looking for. He didn't say, I haven't used it in 18 years. What the fuck? If the whole premise is that he's using it to not be discovered by Vader, when Vader's fucking there, which he shouldn't have fucking been, guess what you're going to use? The motherfucking Force, okay? And don't give me this shit that tunes out, because as we know, we saw in the last Legacy character you fucked up, Boba Fett, because let's shit on Boba Fett for no fucking reason. The last time you did that, you fucked that up, but you gave us Black Hay. And in Black Hay, we see a scar above his head. And everybody knows where he got a scar above his head. Yep. In 9 BBY, the fucking year before, a year and a half before this fucking piece of shit, before this came out, Obi-Wan used the Force, fucked him up. In 7 BBY, used the Force again. They actually did something that was so smart where they're like, he's trying not to use the Force so he doesn't get discovered, but at small times he uses the Force. And if you don't understand that Obi-Wan has never lost, never, he's 2-0 against Vader, and that scene right there is so horse shit, I can't help. You must not know Star Wars then. I'm just sorry, but you don't. Yeah. And I don't care what you say.
I think if they would have if they would have had a confrontation where Obi was holding his own and maybe Darth Vader, something happened, an explosion, and it interrupted them in the middle, but Obi-Wan was kind of holding his own, maybe even had the upper hand, but didn't want to kill him, whatever Obi-Wan's
that whole shit didn't make any sense.
Then maybe that line in the New Hope still works. Obi-Wan got his butt handed to him. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
stupid.
It's dumb. He never has gotten, dude. How does let me explain something to people out there including JJ, who might not get it. So let me explain this to you real quickly. Obi-Wan in New Hope handled fucking Vader his ass, by the way. Handed his ass. Because if you watch the scene, he didn't just fucking do him point to point being an old ass fucking man. He did it and then held his lightsaber and turned it off. And the whole point of this was Obi-Wan was the start of the redemption story for Darth Vader. He sacrificed his own life, even though he overpowered him. It's the basis of fucking Star Wars. So you tell me now, the line, yeah, that's fucking stupid. But then that scene where he's burning fucking Obi for no reason. Oh, by the way, then he could choke slam a whole fucking village, but for somehow can't deflect the ball of a lady, can't feel her coming around while he's doing shit all. And then when they relight the fire, Vader can't just, I don't know, force choke fucking Obi to his side? What? Wait, again, what? In the 5 minutes while the fucking robot, the fucking senior citizen robot's fucking scratching over to pick him up?
Again, why are we reading comics? Because it makes no in the comics, sense. Vader has projected a force bubble to protect himself from lava, right? In the comics. But yet that fire is going to
scare him. Come on, guys.
I was not happy with this episode. I'll go ahead and bring this up, and then we'll keep going, maybe ad-libbing it. The one good thing that I liked, and I think a lot of people liked, but I'm scared going down the road, was we got a Voss reference, right? So happy about that. Maybe we're going to get Voss. Not going to speculate on who's going to play Voss, but I almost wonder. And in my mind, I'm probably wrong. I'm always wrong. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Voss is going to come in. He's going to train. We're going to have a Rocky 3 montage with Apollo and Rocky. Voss is going to come in and, get Obi-Wan back in fighting shape. And I mean, come on, really? I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm being a little tongue-in-cheek when I say that. But what I'm afraid of, because I'm a big Voss fan, just like I'm a big Asajj fan. Yeah. I like the character. I think he's awesome. I'm afraid they're going to bring him in.
Out there.
I think they're going to bring him in. And again, I'm kind of theory crafting a little bit, so forgive me. I think they're going to bring him in, let him do his thing. Vader's going to kill him off. And that's going to also solve a lot of the plot holes with, hey, where was Voss during the whole 4, 5, and 6 thing?
That would suck.
Vader's going to kill him off, and that's going to solve that plot hole. I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong because Filoni loves Voss too, right? Am I right on that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping I'm completely wrong, but that's what I'm afraid of. I'm really afraid of that. So as happy as I was to see Quinlan's name on that wall and Obi-Wan kind of make the reference, I almost so quickly went to, they're going to kill him. I know it. But anyway.
I mean, I don't think Joe could be wrong. I think it could have been just fan service too. If they even bring him on. I mean, it'd be nice if they brought him on. I mean, I guess they let who did the last episode? Who did the last episode of Book of Fett, or who brought Cad Bane on? Dave did. So I doubt they'll do it. Dave brings his own characters on. Unless all of a sudden Dave does an episode in here. They probably won't do that, especially after what you heard Celebration, where he was saying like people who create the characters need to bring them on to the shows. So hopefully, I mean, I want to see him. So I kind of.
So you think maybe it was just an introduction to the wider general audience of Voss and maybe we'll see him in a Filoni.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be really nice if that's what it was.
I hope so.
I said, dude, listen. I mean, this thing, that back part, like you got your report card comes down. 98% of your report card is A+ across the board. But it's so egregious. You got all A's and then you have the F there, dude. Like that last part was an F. It was an F. Darth Vader, Sticks, don't do this. You know better. Like you read the books, you read the novels or listen to them. Don't do this. This is neutering, unfortunately. Neutering Obi is what they did. And get out of here. I mean, it really is. I mean, I get it. You didn't want people to. The whole point of not using the Force was explained to us that he didn't use the Force because he was in hiding, so Vader wouldn't find him. Okay, that's a fact. That is a canonized fact. Why is he not using the Force? Vader's right there. Don't say, "Oh, he feels bad because he split." Nah, get out of here. Not buying
it. This episode had. I think maybe you mentioned it too in one of our chats. I think this episode had its chance to walk right up to that line of a Vader Obi-Wan confrontation and then step back,
which would have been super cool.
I thought. I mean, when Obi was looking through the window, and Vader's walking through here and he's choke forcing everybody. I'm like, okay, Obi-Wan, hit the tunnel, man. Go. Your priorities are Leia. Go. And then at the end, when they're in that gravel pit or wherever they were with all the piles of rocks, I'm like, maybe he'll just evade them. He'll get out of there. They won't cross. So they walked right up to that line. And I'm like, okay. And then they stepped over it. And I'm like,
even when he shows up, they could have easily done this. They did those fake images early on where he kind of saw something that looked like Anakin out in the desert with the hood on. It wasn't him. They could have shown him seeing Vader in the desert while he was fleeing, and it wasn't Vader. And just before everybody screams and shouts about it and tries to defend that last, 7 minutes or 8 minutes of it, think about how much better. And this is why I was saying, like Reva, the people that are knocking her acting in the first two, not the fucking bots and the racists and shit. I'm talking about the people that are legitimately saying like, oh, her acting was overacted and a little bit rough. As I said before, and I will say again, I think it was a directing and editorial fucking problem. And this is where I bring Joe up. I think it's an editorial problem because when you see that, they could have easily cut that portion off. And the shit that they did in Vader's castle between her and Darth Vader, I mean, that's goosebumpy, right? Like that fucking, the way they panned in was so fucking brilliant. The way they did the fucking talk back and forth. Fuck.
I thought Dom was going to win his bet.
Sex dating, huh? That's for Corban. What's that?
I thought Dom was going to win his poker bet when that happened. I was like, no, God, no.
But
sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, yeah, but it's all right. But they had done so many great things, right? Like they had done so well in the show, and I was so excited. I was like, oh man, oh cool, Vader and Vader's castle, that's dope. Oh cool. They actually I think they let, I mean, it's her first main role,
I get that, but she kind of, you could tell that there wasn't direction behind it. They let her act, which was nice, because in the first two, I think they pointed out that's how they wanted her to be, and they gave her the fucking parkour horse shit and all that, which is just junk, which is a directing mistake, right? Like each episode now has had a fucking directing mistake, and a pretty egregious one, I'd say. Like, I think parkour is done. Let's stop doing that. Like, I think we can all agree Star Wars does not need parkour. We have the Force. You can fucking put people on wires. You can do whatever you want. Like, let's move on. Number two, like we don't have to shit on legacy characters. They are shitting on Obi-Wan. This is not Obi-Wan. And I'm not saying that from somebody who's just like, not my Obi-Wan. No, by definition of canon, this is not Obi-Wan. It isn't. It fits no part of it. And number three, if you look at the basis of it, you're taking a character, which you're trying to fan service to people, because you know that if you use the words Luke Skywalker or Vader, that there's going to be people, like, I really believe this, that they're trying to attract the people that grew up with 1, 2, and 3 and say, cool, see this? Okay, I get it. I get that they're influencers. I get that they get more views than we'll ever get. I get that they understand how the internet works and promotes your stuff. I understand all that and I get it, but you don't have to do it at the expense of the old heads, right? Like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to shit on us because, hey, we're trying to please either normies or the prequel fans. And that's what they're doing. If you don't think they're doing that, then I'm not quite sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm not quite sure you understand the first three movies, or 4, 5, and 6. I don't get it. So I mean, I think Zaggy has said it before, and I've said it 100 times. Like, let's leave the Skywalker legacy alone. I think they've done great with developing characters, right? Like all the new characters that they've pretty much come out, excluding anything that has to tie to Skywalker. So when you look at somebody like Fennec Shan, I think everybody will agree that that's a great character, right? Like, we all enjoy that character. Ahsoka Tano, even though it touched it, like when she came out, great character. The Wrens, the Rebels had very little to do with Skywalker. I mean, they brought in, of course, it's 4 degrees separation, but they were great.
That's what's great about Voss too. Very little to do with the Skywalker.
Yeah, very little to do with the Skywalkers. Like, keep doing that stuff. You can tell small little backstories, but we don't need to just drown it out and like demoralize characters. Like, they're demoralizing Obi for what? Like, do you really want to keep doing that? Because if you keep doing it, I'm going to get bored of it every single time. Like, you killed Boba Fett. Now you're going to kill Obi. You fucking shat on Han. Like, there's no reason to do that. You pretty much shat on Leia. You shat on Luke. Like, okay, what do we got left now? I mean, who's left? Who's next? I mean, they pretty much shat on everybody. So the answer is nobody, because they've shat on everybody.
They're gonna go after Yoda.
Oh yeah, you can go shit on Yoda now. Okay, good luck. Now you're gonna go shit on Yoda. So you're gonna shit on Yoda. I mean, okay. Then are you done? Can we move on from that? Can we get new characters and new stuff? Like, their animated shit looks good. Like, these one-shot stories look fine. I mean, like, but let's move it on, people. I mean, JJ Binks. Oh, Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, what's wrong with Jar Jar Binks? Nothing wrong with Jar Jar Binks. I mean, it is. It's
Corban's coming back.
It's just somebody.
I think we're done.
And R2. Oh, that's who he's saying left. He's saying they could shit on R2D2. You could. I guess you could.
Yeah.
Kind of did.
Corbin must have had the feeling that this was coming to an end.
I had the vibe, so I came over. Exactly. Well, actually, when he said canon, I wanted to get in, because that's the real reason I have issue with Disney as is. Sorry, that's probably better. But yeah, R2D2 and Jar Jar Binks, their legacy still secure.
Yeah, I mean, Chef Harris, it's not a Kennedy thing. Kennedy's job is to make money for.
Although the answer is no.
No, I think it's when you look at the
I don't
people.
think she cares.
Who's it? Yeah, I don't think she cares. She doesn't. She just wants it to keep running. Like, does she care about fans? No, her job isn't to care about fans.
She cares about the green and not this green.
Yeah, no, but like, I think the big lie is by people who are out here like, oh, Rodriguez and John saying he's a huge fan. And like, no offense, but John, I don't trust in John. I don't trust in whoever did this.
No.
I don't trust in Rodriguez. I don't
made
trust
my list last night. I'm glad I got it off my chest, because I did not I was able to watch the show because of the time difference in Hawaii. I was
Mhm.
able to actually watch the show before I went to bed, and I didn't get a wink of sleep. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just kept going over this stuff in my head. So I'm glad I got it off my chest
good.
today. Thank you. Maybe now I'll get some sleep.
Now, now this is the other thing. Tune in for sure on Sunday because I think you're going to hear the other side of this. One of the reasons why we had to split it up was
Looking forward to that.
yeah, it was because I mean it got a little rambunctious the last one, and I know our chat today was very split up too on this. Where I think like even though me and Jedi, I think it'd be too hard for anybody to pay attention to us just going back and forth. So we're obviously going to have Dom and have JJ have a little bit more of a say on that show, but like I think I'm more disappointed.
Now that I've said my piece, I'm going to sit back.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm going to chime in here and there, but my plan is to sit back. I want to hear Dom's. I want to hear Dom defend it or counter some of the things that we brought up.
Oh no, not defend it. Do know Dom said I was 100% wrong, and that it's the best thing out there, excluding the movies and all the animation.
Yeah, Dom has already rated it kind of behind the scenes, and I mean, I hope I don't want to. Maybe he changes his mind between now and then. I don't think I'm spoiling it for anybody that knows Dom. He liked it.
Right. Yeah. But do you think? I think it's weird. I think they're pandering towards like, and that's why I say, and I know Dom's not a 1, 2, 3 guy, but like I think they're pandering towards like, it really does seem like Star Wars pandering towards in general in toys. It looks like they're pandering towards the how do I put this nicely? The Beanie Baby collectors, right? Like get them all and all. It's the same thing, but it's like 15 different shades, and some of them are numbered, and some of them are different colored, and some of them are this, and they'll pay for 18 kids through college, and that's what they've moved a lot of their merchandising product towards. Like let's make it all limited, but not limited. Let's make it hard, but not like okay. If you collect them all, your fandom's greater. And then the other part of it is like, yeah, let's make sure that we cheer for what let's let it go. Star Wars was made on not having rumors. You know what I mean? Hiding them well. And now it's just like, yeah, no, let's play up to those channels. Like, let's play it up to all. Like the thing they did in like, look, man, there's shitty people out there. There's Russian bots out there, but also too, like there's, when you're doing what you're doing. So like they do it all over there. They do everything over there for a reason and to get people riled up. And unfortunately it's working. And unfortunately, I think it's maybe not pushing some of us out, but it's like disappointing when you're so proud of a kid. Like Star Wars is something to be really proud of. They've done a lot of great stuff in animation. They've done great stuff in social issues. They've done great stuff in telling great stories. But then when they go off the rail, do they go off? Like you don't have to go as far as you're going. Like, what are you doing? We didn't need that last 7 minutes. Like you just did. It feels like you did it to just, oh, well, cool. Because like, yeah, 4 of the podcasters that we had here at Celebration, they said that's what's going to happen. So, yeah, that's what happened. Like I get it, man. Like I understand you need younger people and new crowds in there and stuff, but like, can we just not? Can we just give them something? Like give them something of their own that they're going to enjoy. And by the way, I bet you us guys are going to enjoy it too, because you tried that with doing Clone Wars, and then you tried it again with doing Rebels, the 2 animated series. And guess what? That shit's great. You did a great job. Congratulations. How about we try repeating that instead of just crapping on stuff? You know what I mean? Or rehashing bullshit. So, I don't know. You'll get yourself blocked doing that, Matt. All right. Anybody else? Yeah, right. Whatever they want and sprinkling. But this was the whole, Joe, the whole point of what we're doing here. The whole point of moving it over was in making stuff legacy was they're not going to do that anymore. Mm-hmm. For their hardcore fans, they're not going to do that shit anymore. It's going to be, they got a storybook group. We're not going to step on each other's toes. We're going to make sure, dude, the interview literally they said at Celebration, we talked about it. We didn't want to do what Deborah did. We toned it back and made sure that we wouldn't do this. And then the very next episode, okay, if that's toned back, then what the fuck crazy shit were they going to do? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking about. What crazy shit were they going to do? So,
yeah, that's a chilling thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
All right. That's all we got. We will see you. Hey, Pete, sorry for wrecking the show.
Dude, we're right at 2 hours, man. That's like,
Nice.
I think
We
we did
nailed it.
like,
That's right in the sweet spot. Yeah. And yeah, I got some sizable Star Wars content in there. We had our horror story from the con. We did the comic news. We did it all.
Can anyone give, maybe we should do top 10 dating advices from the fans in the comments below for Corban.
Oh, God, that could be a nightmare.
Oh, no.
No. That's what I want. Okay, here we go. This could be funny. If it's bad, we're not going to use it. But before next week, because we have got an international group of people here. We've got people who are in Scotland, Ireland, England, Japan. We've got people in Canada. Maybe you could get a Canadian girlfriend. But either way, those are imaginary. There's no such thing. Either way.
Fair enough. Thank you.
No tier list did save us. But either way, so like give us a little advice for Corban, maybe even if it's the con dating thing. I don't know. Like give him some type of advice. If it's good, we'll play it next. Maybe we'll do top 5. We'll see. Top 10 lines to use at a con. That could be good. Sticks. Let's try it. Comment below so we can save them, and then we'll put them together, and then we'll have Corban try to read them next week and see if they work in his dialect.
I love it. Oh my God.
All right. That's good. We'll see you all later. Let me try to figure out how to get out of here. Thank you very much. Make sure you check us out. Check out all the rest of the shows this week. We actually might be dropping another back issues where I'm going to try to get it done this week, but we'll see. All right.